What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to GTA Online, guys. And well, it seems we have a new contract. This one is the Union Depository contract. This is the 8th one we've gotten so far. So if you guys are wondering how to actually get this one, if you have the other random contracts on your board there and you want to do this one way you can do this is to actually just start one of them and then go outside of your auto shop here and call Cess and cancel that contract, and eventually this one will show up for you as one of the contracts, and then you can go and proceed to do it. This one is also paying out $300,000. I'm not sure if that's going to be a permanent thing or it's just like double money on this one because it's new. Who really knows? But $300,000 on this is pretty insane. After testing out some of the setups there, they don't seem too bad there, and it's pretty cool overall. So let's jump right into this right now. So we're going to do the elevator key first. If you want to do the vault code, you could do that one first as well. You don't have to do either one of these in order, but let's jump right into the elevator key right now. Once you arrive outside of your auto shop here, Cess will call you again because she actually calls you every time you come out of your auto shop to tell you what's going on. You could skip the call. Once you keep doing these, you won't actually know. I normally skip them anyway and just head over to the area, but after that, you just want to head over to where the location is on your map there. Now, I noticed there's different locations for this, so for you, it might be a different place, but the apartment's going to be set up exactly the same, so let's head over to this area. Once you guys arrive at the apartment here, all you gotta do is enter it. Once you enter, you hear a beeping sound, which will pretty much alert all the enemies. You could try to take out this surveillance camera here, which doesn't do anything, so I wouldn't really recommend doing that, so just enter the apartment. If you're all wondering, all the apartments are laid out exactly the same here in any location you go to, so they will not be different if you are wondering on that. So there'll be some enemies hanging out over here. I recommend using a shotgun. For me, I am using the Spas. Some of the enemies will be hiding a little bit here, so watch out for them. There's always a guy behind this crate I noticed that loves hiding over there, and then there's also a person normally behind the counter over here as well that's hiding, but sometimes he's not. Once those guys are taken out, then you head over to the room and find the corrupt businessman. Do be careful in here though, guys, because he's always in here with a shotgun, so if you walk in here too quick, he would literally destroy you. He's right there, and as you can see there, he has the full auto shotgun. Take him out, and also there's sometimes a guy hiding in this room as well, so take him out before he almost lasers you like he just did me there, and then search him and grab the elevator key from this guy's corpse. Once y'all take the elevator down into this garage here, you will notice that there's a ton of enemies and they will all be trying to kill you. So for this, pull out one of your favorite weapons and pretty much just take them all out slowly here. There's really no rush. This mission is not timed or anything like that, so you do not have to like rush through anything like that. Take your time there. I wouldn't recommend shooting too many explosives either because you could blow up every single car in here and that would be kind of tragic. So let's take out the enemies here. Luckily, they're not really too bad to take out. They're kind of just hiding behind the cars. That can get a little annoying. Kind of peek out and grab their head there and take them out. Unless you can't hit any shots like me. Once they're taken out, that's all you have to do there, and then run over to all the vehicles. You'll notice, as you said, there was an SUV that will be having the items, so I notice it's always this SUV here that you'll be looking for. It has the box in the back as well. So run over to this SUV and immediately jump into it. So you have to all head out of the garage there. It's going to tell you to take it back to the auto shop, and then Cess will end up calling you and telling you that you can't stash it there, and there'll be 3 locations you can stash the vehicle nearby of the Unit Depository. So what I recommend doing is putting it next to pretty much any of them. It doesn't really matter too much there. What I would do is head over to pretty much any of them and just park it there. I will test it out a little bit more, seeing if any locations matter, but they all seem like they're pretty close by, so you could pretty much pick one of your choice and put it there. Once you all arrive at the location here, just put the vehicle there, and that is pretty much all you have to do. Then you have to leave the area, so a quick way to do that is to grab one of these free vehicles in here, or if you're like me, your car will spawn outside there, and you can pretty much get in there and just drive away. Once you all leave the area, the mission will then automatically complete, and then you can start the next setup. And now that the elevator key setup is completed, now let's take a look at the vault code setup mission. Once you all arrive outside here, Cess will then call you and tell you what needs to be done, and she'll be going along the lines of go and grab the helicopter from the airport, and then go and find the guy that's basically cheating on his wife there. So what you're going to want to do is obviously head over to Los Santos International Airport here and grab the Maverick. Once you all arrive here at the airport, you'll notice that it may want you to go in the left or the right side. Regardless, whichever way you come in, you can go right over to the Maverick here. And there will always be 2 police officers next to the chopper here. So what I recommend doing is taking them out and then jumping in it as fast as you can. And then pretty much losing the cops afterwards. You would get an instant 3 stars. Really not too hard to lose because there's really no cops in the area while jumping into the helicopter, so you pretty much get in and immediately fly away, and you can lose them pretty easily. So once you guys finally lose the cops there, then you can head over to the parking lot here, which is always in the same place. The cars just may be in a different spot, so it could be right under where my helicopter is here as well. So a couple little tips here. If you are wondering if the cars are randomized on this, hilariously enough, they are not. So there's only one car you guys are looking for. It's going to be a blue Comet every single time, which for me is going to be the one right here. You can actually see the guy sitting in it as well. Do keep in mind that Comet may be different, but it's always a blue Comet that does this. Once you spot him, immediately fly out of there, because if you don't, he will spot you and you immediately fail the mission. When following the bank manager, I recommend highly to stay at a pretty safe distance from him, to be honest, because I noticed I was kind of close to him and I got spotted multiple times when doing this. So make sure you stay at a safe distance behind him so he doesn't actually see you. If he sees you, the mission immediately fails and you have to start over. There's no if, and, or buts there. You immediately fail. I actually got kind of close to him on one of the times I was following him to one of the hotels, and it immediately failed. Like, there was no chance of me doing anything. You just failed the mission, you have to redo it. Do keep in mind there's multiple locations he can go to as well for this hotel location. An easy way not to be detected is obviously to keep a close eye on that detection meter down there. If it starts going up kind of high, try to back off a little bit and do not get detected. Once he finally arrives at the hotel, which seems like about 3 hours because he goes about 10 miles an hour, once you finally get here though, you would then want to look for them. So you guys want to search the area with the Maverick here and look for the guy who is cheating. He's normally not too hard to find. He's pretty easy normally. So for that matter, I found him right there. Once you get kind of close though, it will then spot him for you and you have to take a photo of him while basically he is cheating to have the evidence to get the vault code. So a little trick here, you guys want to take a photo of him when it's basically a compromising photo. So try to get a photo of him when he's hugging her or doing something with her that shows that he's basically cheating on his wife there. So right now would be the perfect amount of time to take the photo, and then Sess will call you. After Sess calls you, that will complete the mission right there, and then you can move on to the main mission in this. So with the other two setups now completely done, we can now do the main mission, which is the robbery. So if you all are wondering, can you constantly keep farming this over and over? You actually can keep doing this mission because they are currently double money, but do keep in mind that there's a bit of a delay on this one, probably because it pays over $500,000 from it. Anyway, let's jump right into it. When it comes to the weapon loadout on the Union Depository contract, guys, I highly recommend using the Hustler, mainly because the bullpup rifle is so good for this, and you will be fighting a lot of the enemies at range, so having a fully auto weapon on this is very important, being able to take them out as quickly as possible. Once you all arrive outside with the vehicle that you choose to use on this, now I'm actually using the new Cypher here for this, so what she's going to do is Sess will end up calling you and telling you that, well, you're going to be robbing the Union Depository. She'll bring Kenny on the line, tell you some stuff, and then she's going to want you to head over there and deliver your getaway vehicle to the parking lot that you chose to put the armored SUV at. So for me, it's going to be right here on this one. The other one's actually going to be right about over here, right about there, so you'd come out because the Unit Depository is there. So you can do this one or this one, I think, are the best ones because they're so close. You can pretty much leave the parking garage and go right into either one of these as well, so they're pretty close by. Anyway, let's head over there. All you have to do once you get to the parking lot is park your car in the spot there and then jump into the SUV, and you'll proceed to head over to the Union Depository. Do keep in mind sometimes there may be a car in your parking spot, which is actually kind of hilarious. So all you have to do in this is head over to the Union Depository and park the SUV there and head on inside. Like Sess and Kenny were telling you, basically do not use your weapons because you will alert the guards. Do keep in mind, guys, that once you turn this truck in over here, it's going to get impounded, so there's really no reason to worry about it after you park it here. All you have to do is head inside. So once you all arrive in here, what you're going to have to do is grab the gold in these rooms here. So if you have more than one person, there'll be more rooms with gold there, but you can pretty much only hold so much. It looks like it's the same capacity similar to the Perico heist there. So just grab all the gold and fill your bags up. Do keep in mind, once you fill your bags up with the gold, you immediately get 5 stars, and there will be cops literally everywhere over here. So do keep in mind, after you grab the gold there's going to literally be enemies everywhere. So you guys want to take them out. This is why I recommend using the Hustler loadout here, just because of the range it has. It's much easier to take out the enemies. You won't have to struggle as much when trying to fight them. Aim for the head as much as you can, because it will take them out quickly, and you won't have to really fight them as much. Arriving downstairs, you'll notice that there's pretty much sirens going off, and cops will literally be everywhere. Most of them will mostly be SWAT, and there'll be a ton of enemies out here as well. So try to work your way out here slowly and take the enemies out as much as you can. Having snacks and shield on you could be a great thing to have here, mainly because there's enemies everywhere. So just look around and take them out slowly. There's no rush here. We do want to try to be kind of quick, I guess, on this. I guess the longer you stay here, the more cops that will show up. So try to get in and out of here as quickly as possible. Now, I unfortunately did die there because when I went to go hit R1 to hang out on the wall, my character managed to get on the wrong side of the wall there, and I did die, but that's okay. Just take out the rest of the enemies remaining over here, and you'll be good to go. Do keep in mind as well that you cannot take any of the police cars if you are wondering, so do be careful on that. So depending on where your getaway vehicle is... you're going to have to head in that direction. So try to take out the enemies and keep yourself kind of safe, I guess. Somewhat obviously have shotguns and all that, so try to watch out for them and make sure there's no enemies coming up behind you as well. You do not want those issues because it definitely could be an issue there, and you'll probably end up dying because I did die before doing that. But luckily this actually isn't as bad, I think, as the other contract. The Lost contract definitely seems more annoying than this, but luckily the cops aren't too insane. Upon that, head out of the area here, and there'll be more enemies waiting for you outside. Depending on which way that is that you actually have to come out, you might have a little more issues there as well. Now, for me, I did pick this direction because I did go the other direction with my buddy last night, so I want to see how that way was, and this way I'm testing out now. So I feel like this way might be a little bit easier, to be honest, mainly because of how it's set up there. So there's going to be enemies everywhere looking to kill you, and they have some crazy good aim. So make sure you guys take them out to the best of your abilities and be careful. So I noticed when you come out this way, there's enemies on the balcony here, and there's a helicopter that will shoot at you pretty much as it possibly can. So try to be a little careful, and when you have gold, you also run insanely slow, so do keep that in mind as well. Once you all arrive down here, you're going to notice that you're going to get bombarded by a ton of enemies. Your best bet here is pretty much jump in your car and drive away. There's really no point of fighting these guys because you're going to be here a while if you do that. So do be a little careful if you do try to fight them, because I notice it could be a challenge, and there's just way too many of them. So try to clear out one side and then head out of there that way. Always have your hand hovering above your snacks as well, because you're probably going to get lit up heading out of here. Little tips and tricks as well. You guys can also have the support crew from leveling up in their reputation there, which could definitely help with doing this. It seems that having the support crew definitely can make a big difference. If you guys are wondering, my friend actually activated that last night, and I noticed that the cops barely even saw you. And you pretty much dropped all your stars very, very quick, so do keep that in mind, that may help leveling up your reputation a little bit for this one. So as you guys can see, I lost the cops pretty dang fast there, and I wasn't even using the support crew, so as long as you stay out of the cones of vision there for it looks like 20 to 30 seconds, you'll pretty much be good to go. Then you just gotta head over and drop the gold off to the client, which could be in a different place for you, but for me, I have to go this way. Once you arrive at the location, all you gotta do is pull up, and you will pretty much turn in the gold, and that will complete the mission. As y'all will see there, I got 540,000. This is double money on all the contracts right now, so that's pretty crazy. Do keep in mind, like I said, there's a bit of a delay on these. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below there. Thank you all so much for watching.